We begin with breaking news out of East Africa, where a developing tragedy is unfolding in western Kenya. In the pre-dawn hours, a night of relentless torrential rain culminated in a catastrophic series of landslides, burying homes and devastating a community as it slept. The initial reports are grim, with authorities confirming numerous fatalities and a significant number of people still unaccounted for. This is a fluid, ongoing emergency situation, and rescue operations are in a desperate race against time. We're going to walk you through everything we know so far: what happened, where it happened, the human cost, the massive response now underway, and how you can stay informed. The disaster struck in the remote and rugged terrain of Elgeyo Marakwet County, a region renowned for its stunning but perilous landscape along the Great Rift Valley. The communities here live on steep escarpments, where farming is a way of life, but the very slopes that provide their livelihood also pose a constant, underlying threat. For days, the area had been saturated by unusually intense seasonal rains, a weather pattern that has been affecting much of East Africa. Meteorologists had issued warnings about the potential for flash floods and mudslides as the ground became dangerously waterlogged, losing its ability to absorb any more moisture. The soil, particularly on the deforested upper slopes, had reached a critical tipping point. The situation turned from a severe weather event into a full-blown nightmare at approximately 4 a.m. local time. In the dead of night, under the cover of darkness and the roar of the downpour, the upper sections of the hillside gave way. Eyewitnesses who survived the initial moments described being woken not by a single sound, but by a deep, terrifying rumble that grew into an unstoppable roar. It was the sound of tons of earth, rock, and water breaking free. What started as a landslide quickly became a debris flow, a fast-moving, liquid-like slurry of mud, uprooted trees, and boulders, consuming everything in its path. The force was immense and indiscriminate. Entire homes, many of them simple structures made of wood and corrugated iron, were swept from their foundations and obliterated in an instant. The path of destruction carved a wide, muddy scar through the heart of the villages, leaving behind a scene of utter devastation where a vibrant community once stood. As the sun rose, the true scale of the catastrophe began to emerge, revealing a landscape altered beyond recognition. The human cost of this disaster is staggering and deeply heartbreaking. As rescue teams began to navigate the treacherous terrain, the initial death toll quickly began to climb. Authorities have now confirmed that at least 13 people have lost their lives. But the fear is that this number is only preliminary. Dozens more people are currently listed as missing. These aren't just statistics, they are mothers, fathers, and children. Entire families have been torn apart, with some households vanishing completely, leaving no survivors to tell their story. The search for the missing is a painful, agonizing process for loved ones who are waiting for any news, clinging to the faintest glimmer of hope. Amid the tragedy, however, there are stories of incredible survival and resilience. First responders, aided by local volunteers, have managed to pull 19 people from the mud and debris alive. These rescues are harrowing, often involving teams digging by hand in unstable conditions, listening for faint cries for help. Each person found alive is a small victory against the overwhelming odds. These survivors, many of whom have sustained serious injuries, are being treated at the scene before being evacuated for more advanced medical care. They have lost their homes, their possessions, and in many cases, their loved ones. The psychological trauma they have endured is unimaginable. In response to the crisis, the Kenyan government has mobilized a massive multi-agency operation to coordinate the search, rescue, and relief efforts. This is a complex and challenging mission, hampered by the remote location and the ongoing severe weather. A central command has been established to bring together all the key players, ensuring that resources are deployed as effectively as possible. At the forefront of the ground operation are specialized units from the Kenya Defense Forces. These soldiers are trained in disaster response and are equipped for search and rescue in hazardous environments. They are working alongside the National Police Service, who are providing crucial security and logistical support. Given the difficulty of accessing the area by land, air support is proving to be absolutely vital. Police helicopters are on site, performing reconnaissance to assess the extent of the damage, airlifting specialized personnel into the disaster zone, and, most critically, evacuating the injured. Medical teams are a critical component of the response. Paramedics and doctors are working in grueling conditions to stabilize patients at the scene. The Kenya Red Cross is also playing a pivotal role, providing first aid, psychosocial support to survivors and their families, and distributing essential supplies like blankets, clean water, and temporary shelter materials. For those with the most severe injuries, time is of the essence. The most critically wounded are being airlifted directly to Moy Teaching and Referral Hospital in the nearby city of Elgeyo, a major regional medical center where specialized trauma teams are on standby. The rescue and relief efforts are facing a major obstacle: access. The same torrential rains that triggered the landslides have also caused widespread flooding, turning roads into impassable rivers of mud. Key highways and local access routes into the affected area are either completely blocked by debris or have been washed away, isolating the communities that need help the most. This severely limits the ability to bring in heavy machinery, ambulances, and large-scale relief supplies by ground. Consequently, rescue coordinators are prioritizing air routes for the most urgent tasks. However, a parallel effort is underway to open up coordinated ground routes. Engineering corps are working to clear debris and create temporary bypasses, but it's a slow and dangerous process. In the meantime, authorities have issued urgent evacuation advisories for other communities situated on similarly risky slopes in the region. The danger is not over, and the priority is to move people out of harm's way before more landslides can occur. Teams are on the ground, going door to door in adjacent areas, urging residents to move to designated safe zones, such as schools and community centers on higher, more stable ground. In a crisis like this, accurate information is as vital as any physical resource. As news of the tragedy spreads, so does the risk of misinformation. We urge everyone to be cautious about the information they consume and share. Please rely on official sources for updates. Follow the social media accounts and websites of the Kenya Red Cross, the National Disaster Management Unit, and the Office of the Elgeyo Marakwet County Governor. These organizations are on the ground and provide the most reliable, up-to-date information on the situation, including casualty figures and the needs of the affected population. Many people watching this will feel a powerful urge to help, and that compassion is essential. However, it's crucial to channel that desire effectively. The best way to support the relief effort from afar is through financial contributions to established, reputable organizations that are part of the coordinated response. We strongly advise donating directly through the official websites of the Kenya Red Cross or other internationally recognized aid agencies that have launched emergency appeals for this disaster. Sharing only these verified relief links helps protect well-intentioned donors from fraud and ensures that support gets to where it is needed most efficiently. Please avoid donating to individual online fundraisers unless you can personally verify their legitimacy. This remains a developing story. The search for the missing continues into the night, and the full scope of this tragedy is still coming into focus. The road to recovery for the people of Elgeyo Marakwet will be long and difficult. We will continue to monitor the situation closely and bring you live updates as we receive them from official sources. Our thoughts are with all those affected by this devastating event. Follow our channel for the latest information.